hard you train. You could be a beast in the gym. Unless you're recovering, guess what? Ain't happening for you.
Percent body fat, and you're in the last crucial weeks, and you think, okay, I'm taking it. I mean, there's been shows where I've taken 1,000 grams of carbs.
We're just talking about the carbohydrates and the fats, and you weren't high fats on that. And I was talking about Ronnie. We sat down and talked. It was the same way. It wasn't really. It was carbs and protein. And then the other
Never
side.
counted my fats. Where
Same.
Today, a lot of people count. Oh, you take an X fat. It was only from the meats and from my whole eggs in the morning that I got any fats from. I never added any.
What's your take on that? How everybody's counting the fats?
I don't know, man. I just think I think people just get too complicated with the whole process today. It's very, very simple formula. It's just like training, right? I mean, we talk about sets and repetitions.
I'll tell you.
Now people worry about tempos as much, and I think everyone's body adjusts to anything. It's just like the guy that trains his arms 4 times a week and says, oh, I'm gaining size in my arms. It's true, some people can, but in our world, trying to make progress, we're not going to train a body part
that much
for 72 hours after we train it prior, right? We believe in 72 hours rest, so if we're going to train arms, we're going to wait at least 4 days before we train them again, most likely.
because
The body needs to recover. That's when you grow.
100%. You guys listen to this? This is golden, man. I would skip the whole day and just listen to this again. I don't care how hard you train. You could be a beast in the gym. Unless you're recovering, guess what? Ain't happening for you. It's about the recovery.
Recovery only comes from sleep and eating and time outside the gym. Everyone thinks that you're growing. It's like the guy that sits on a treadmill and burns 500 calories, and he's like, man, I burned that 500. No, it's about boosting metabolism so you continue to be a machine and burn like a furnace. Never look at your cardio sessions as I burnt X during that 30 or 40 minutes.
Same thing. Listen
Remember,
to this.
it's about boosting the metabolism so it's a continuous burn. So as you eat and as you function through the day, your body becomes more productive and utilizes all the nutrients and all the foods that we take in through the day. And that's why we eat consecutively every 2.5 to 3 hours. The average person should be eating 5 to 6 portion meals a day.
Hold on. It's all about fasting now. Come on. You got to go 8 hours without food during the day. You got to do fasted cardio. I read it, man. Some gurus on Instagram told me. What's your take, brother?
Listen, I only fast when I can't eat food when I'm on a plane. So that's about the only fast that's ever taken place in my lifestyle. I think I've done pretty decent for 25 years in the business.
Says who?
Still at 46.
I'm with you, brother. Yeah, sorry, guys. This is the kind of similar conversation that I had with Ronnie Coleman, and the same thing, that we really didn't count you make it so difficult. You guys are making it tougher than it is. We didn't count the fats. We got the fats from the proteins. We focused on the carbohydrates, on recovery, and the protein to build the muscle. The
Unless
fasting.
you're stripped down to 3% body fat and you're in the last crucial weeks and you think, okay, I'm taking it. I mean, there's been shows where I've taken 1,000 grams of carbs and it just burns right through me and I'm dropping weight. So what I'll do is that's when I'll add like almond butters or avocado or anything to halt the metabolism a little bit, but don't get it mixed up. You have to be really lean to do that.
Yeah, understand what he's saying. He's not saying that you're 25% body fat, and then you add in the fats and all that at that point. He's talking about his metabolism is already burning, and he's down to 4 weeks maybe to the show, and his body, and the amount of food, no matter what he eats at that point, he's burning that stuff off because his metabolism is functioning such a high level, and his training's at a high level. So don't just sit there and go, hey, well, I'm 6 weeks. I'm 365 days out from my next show, and I'm 25% body fat, and all I get added in fat, so I wouldn't do that. So, listen to what he's saying. So stop making it so difficult in a science project.
But when you do get lean, when you do lean out, you say you have 4 months in a target zone to get into shape. I tell everyone, give yourself at least 12 to 16 weeks to train for an ultimate body goal. So if you're going to say, okay, this is my end goal, I want to be X body fat, I want to compete in a show, 12 to 16 weeks. And what you should do
Let's come back to this.
is after about 4 weeks of being on that diet, so let's say 16 to 12, you get into routine, right? Once you get 12 weeks down, that's when you should probably start carb cycling a little bit. And we talked about this yesterday, Mike, where your body can only go lower carbs for 3 days before, and a fourth day you need that bump. So we talk about the carbs and protein having the same amount of calories, right? 4 calories per gram. So what we'll do is we'll shift carbohydrates and protein. So the protein might go up as the carbs come down, right? And then vice versa. So you get a calorie switch, but you're not getting a huge, you don't get a deficit where you're just crashing calories down either. So you make that adjustment where the protein goes up as the carbs come down, and then as the carbs go up, the protein comes down somewhat to simulate the same amount of calories, but trick the body.
Let me jump back for a sec, because you said something that I think society loses track on. So when you got ready for a show, you got ready for a show between 12 to 16 weeks,
16
correct?
weeks, yeah. More than 16, probably 16 weeks.
Besides your body being in that regimen, was there anything mentally that you can keep motivated for that period of time to crush the world and win the Mr. Olympia? Or could you diet for 365 days for the Mr. Olympia?
No.
Why is that?
A target, because you need the mental break, and you can't have that vision. It's more mental than physical.
Okay, for all of you out there that is talking about this last transformation I did with these people in 12 weeks and the incredible results they had in 12 weeks, let me say this again, just for you guys not listening. You do it for 12 weeks. You give it everything you got for 12 weeks, because after that, your body needs a rest and your mind needs a rest to be that consistent, training that hard for a goal. And then work on the foundation work, come back off, get your body right with the calories again, and then start again. But don't sit here and tell me that you need to diet for a year. You ain't going to keep that kind of motivation for a year. You're going to slip up. Things happen. Life happens. It's too long to, except unless you're Kelly Sullivan from Boston, and he's 720 days out from his show.
Who is that?
It's like me.
You know Big Kelly, detective, trains with me, and yeah.
I know Kelly, of course.
What else you guys want to know? You guys want to know anything else? You just got like
They want to talk about
25 years of, more than that, more than 25 years of experience from Jay Cutler.
How many years combined do we have of experience?
Oh my God.
Well, I'm 173 years old, so I'm guessing I was back in Genghis Khan. I've been training 41 years, and you've been training
6 years.
26 years.
You two fuckers are old.
66 years old together.
66 years of experience.
28.
It's more than that.
28 years.
Okay, so 68. There you go.
28 years, Mike.
28 years he's been training and doing this. It's not only you getting the knowledge from us right now, but you're getting the knowledge from every time we talk to Arnold about the old school, Lou Ferrigno, Robbie Robinson, and the thousands of bros that we talk to and learn from, and not just from bodybuilding, but from martial arts, football, baseball, so on. So you're getting that experience that we're around the most elite athletes talking about nutrition to these guys. So you're getting all that information as well. So it's not just the combined years that we've been doing this. At this stage of your career, now being more busy than ever, traveling more, doing what you do, is the nutrition, how different is it?
It's about half as much as I used to eat, but it's still on the same guidelines. But I'm not training any transformations right now. So I just stay on a moderate protein, moderate carbohydrate diet. I still keep the fats low, but I do exercise every single day.
And I can confirm that. Last night, we didn't train all day yesterday because we were at the expo and doing things.
Oh, you did?
And
Yeah, we went training.
Jay went and trained last night. Maybe, what, 10:30?
Yeah.
Went and trained at 10:30 last
You
night.
didn't get back until 1 o'clock.
1 in the morning.
1 consistent.
I got up and did cardio this morning, Mike.
And they got up and did some cardio. He did
He was still sleeping.
some fasted cardio this morning.
Wait a minute.
Just so I feel good. I just use it for my mind.
Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? All right. So when we talk about training and everything right now, there's so much more aspect of what we do for the mindset as well. So get up this morning, get a little cardio in, off to the expo, all fired up, ready to go. As long as Matt doesn't mess this day up and keeps everything in order,